What's up, Wolverine Nation? It's your boy TJ Ronin. You can find me at Twitter at TJ_Ronin. Give me a follow. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and let's get to it. If you were following me on the socials, you would know we were in for a very good weekend. Also, if you were following the show, the recruiting segment, you would know things were trending quite well here, as well as a few other targets, which we'll get into a little bit, but we're definitely going to focus on the man of the hour, and that is Shamari Earls, one of the top corners in the draft. Out of Chester, Virginia, that 2025 class, 6'2" corner, excellent size, 180 pounds, ranked 87 in the nation in the composite. 247 is a bit higher on the, he has him at 67, top 10 corner overall. And I believe he is a higher ranked corner than this. I know there's also some other people that do the player analysis who feel he's potentially borderline 5-star. I would also bump him higher. I would argue he's a top 50 player, but let's just get into it. We're talking semantics. We got Andrew Ivins here with the scouting report. He goes, imposing perimeter corner with the ideal blend of size and speed. He made an impact in all three phases of the game since he was a sophomore in Virginia's highest classification and experienced working in a variety of different coverages. Creates release disruption from press and does his best to mirror opponents as their routes progress. Alert when forward facing and will play through hands to break up passes, but needs to improve overall awareness and his back is turned to the football. Can get across the field with his top gear and prevent touchdowns while in pursuit of a low tackling style and gets the job done, but will only add more value in run support if he can shed with more authority. Should be viewed as a potential multi-year at a Power 4 level with legitimate NFL upside. Frame hasn't been verified by a third party, but it appears to be over 6 foot. More notably, owns elite markers in both the 55-meter dash and long jump. Likely will need a developmental year or two to adjust to the collegiate level and refine his technique, but could be well worth the wait. And here's something interesting. If we look at his athletic numbers here, one of the big things for me, and I know there's some other people, when they look at prospects, they look at other markers, but the big thing for me is right here. We got this 10-8 number in the 100-meter right here. So for anyone who's not familiar, and what does this number even mean? Anything that is sub 11 is considered elite in football. It's an elite time. Now, I've also read elsewhere that he actually has recorded, so this may not be updated, a 10-6 number. So I've read 10-6. Maybe so, but regardless, 10-8 is very good. And remember, whenever this was recorded, he's only going to get faster. He's only going to get stronger. It's only going to get better. So let's get into the tape. Let's check out our boy here. Right here, we got his first 3 games of the season. There's not a larger sample size or a larger tape here, but let's take a look at him. He's obviously playing in coverage, obviously doing well in space, read and react, and obviously watching the quarterback's eyes here. Now, one thing I will say that I noticed in his highlights is you could see right here, this is the mirroring they were talking about in the scouting report. On the hip, makes the play. Okay. There is no doubt that this guy excels in man coverage. There is no doubt about that. He is an excellent man coverage corner. The duo that we're going to be having here, and you can see his athletic ability here, and they talk about his three phase ability in terms of just dominating. If you look at his junior highlights, which we're not going to get into today, but there's a lot of wide receiver highlights. Actually, there's right here, so you're going to see some here. But like, he's got the dog mentality, never go down. Just again, when you have a superior athlete, he just hurdles the bench. But when you have a superior athlete, obviously he's going to make a contribution. And I've always said in my my player breakdowns, and anyone who's been following us knows this, the best athletes play kick returner. He's a kick returner. He also plays as obviously wide receiver for his team. So you're seeing the athletic skill set here. But obviously, when he comes to Michigan, he will be primarily a corner, playing opposite of Jaden Sanders. And I just want to stress, guys, that what we are building in the defense of Lamar Morgan. Shout out to Lamar Morgan, man. Lamar Morgan is building such a nasty class with these defensive backs and the potential players that could be coming to Michigan. Dotson, Alex Graham, Littleton. It's actually quite insane. We are on the brink of the greatest. The greatest defensive back haul in Michigan history ever. That is what we're on the verge of breaking right now. So it's already a loaded stat class. I mean, I think you could even debate that the class where it stands is on the verge of breaking that as we speak. And here he is playing corner again. But you can see he completely shuts down this side of the field. One thing I was reading in some other scouts' opinion that I respect, they were saying he wasn't thrown to a lot because he just shuts the other one side of the field down. And you can see he's in press man right now, shadows his receiver. It is expected, what Michigan is pitching to Shamari Earls. And one of the things that is very appealing for him to come to Michigan is early playing time. They envision him to be in the Will Johnson role. Okay. So that is what they envision him to be. They want him to be the shadow corner that is going to find the receiver all over the field, play man, and shut him down, essentially. And that is what Shamari Earls has, no question, the athletic archetype to do, especially with the length he has at 6'2". I mean, it is so an elite body type is the 6'2" corner with long reach who can literally play man, has the quick hips. It's honestly first round material athletic ability. We'll see if it translates. So let's take a look at the class here. Obviously, currently we are ranked 13th in the nation. We have Andrew Babaloa, obviously the cornerstone. The boys put in work there. Great land. And this is another indication, and those, maybe you're new to the show, maybe you're new to the channel, but those who have been following us know this has been building up for quite some time now. Michigan has gotten its NIL together. The donors have been given a green light to press go. There's a lot of things moving. And as I have said, right now, the commitments of Benny Patterson and the commitments of Shamari Earls are just the appetizer. I'm sure people are aware of also the visitors that are Owasu Boateng, the visitors that are also Littleton, who just decommitted from Clemson, another top 75 corner, which they're looking to close. The visitors that are Derek Meadows. If anyone has been following our show, you would know we've been on that for a few weeks now. And surprise, not, because if you were watching us, you'd know the deal. Let's get into it some more. We got Ivan Taylor here. They have him listed as a corner. He's more of a defensive back, could play a little nickel, but my man here, and I know there's some concern. I know there's some concern in the fan base about Ivan Taylor. I think Michigan's doing a good job here. I really do. And I think the way that Michigan is focusing its resources and building a superior class, I think we can look okay here. And Ivan Taylor is definitely a player they want to keep in the class. We got Andrew Marsh, the dog. This kid is all heart. He's got the Amon Ra mentality, no question. Andrew Olish, I know there's also some concern here. He wants to be at Michigan. I cannot stress that enough. He wants to be at Michigan. And I think, as long as things keep trending the way they're going in terms of recruiting and as well as some other players, maybe out of Belleville, he's not leaving. We got Shamari Earls, the new addition to the class. What's good, my friend? Kainoa Winston. This is a shame. This is disrespectful. 123, that's disrespectful. He's a top 175 player. Anyone watches his highlight tape knows that. I don't know what they're seeing. I mean, I see a Brian Branch-esque player here. Jaden Sanders, another excellent player. Now, 247, or in the Kapazi, he's ranked 213. I think 247 has him at like 120, something like that. Jaden Sanders is a very good corner. We got Avery Gatch, who's an excellent, quick-footed, agile offensive tackle. Jacob Washington, who is visiting this weekend with Derek Meadows, and we'll see. We'll see, but it's looking likely. And I know you know who I'm talking about. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, you should stay tuned to Michigan at the Voice of College Football and check our recruiting segment. We got our Tuesday shows at 8 p.m. We got our call-in show at 8 p.m. on Thursday. You get with your boy here because we got you. If you want to know what is going on with Michigan, not only with the team, but also the recruiting, we got you. Follow along. There's a reason why our community is, I would argue, the best. I'm going to say the best community in Michigan coverage. I do give my respects to the boards. Obviously, those are long-standing communities, and those are a bit niche different. I'm talking about on video platform. On video platform, we have the best community in Michigan football. Shout out to all you guys, honestly, and you know who you are. Appreciate you. And we got the post game today. Check us out in the post game. We got Julius Holly, Jalen Williams, Jasper Parker having a hell of a season. Donovan Johnson looking healthy this year. Very good to see. And when you come from an injury like he has, it does take a year of ramp up to even get back to normal. So he's only going to get better. I'm excited to see what he looks like when he comes to Michigan. This kid used to be ranked borderline 5-star. He was considered arguably the best running back in the class when he was a sophomore, I believe. Eli Owens, this kid has blue in his DNA. Caden Strayhorn, one of the best centers in the nation. Top 2. Bobby Kanka, another blue DNA guy. Hard worker, hard hat. Benny Patterson, new addition to the class. I did not do a video on Benny Patterson, but they do look at him in the Chris Jenkins role. And we will take a look at my Excel sheet, the depth chart. We got Chase Taylor. Chase Taylor, severely underrated. Chase Taylor, severely underrated. One of my favorite prospects in the class. Let's take a look at the depth chart now. Let's see. Let me get this set up here. I got the Excel sheet right here. Boom. Let's look at what do we got. How is the class breaking down? What is Michigan looking at when they're loading up? They got the donors. They got the 5 families. Shout out to USC's little credible message board. But again, if you would know, and by the way, that poster is a pretty credible poster. I've done some backtracking on him. But regardless, if you were watching us, you would already know the deal. We've been on this for quite some time about the organization structure of Michigan's NIL, and they are not effing around. Let's just say that. And as you guys can see here, this class is filling out. We have 18. It will get larger, and I'm expecting more this weekend. I will not name any names as to not ruin it. I'm expecting one very soon. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. And there could be more than just one. There really could. I know they're closing this weekend. One of the reasons, so I put out a post that said, and I put out a post, I think it was Thursday night, and I said this weekend is about to be insane. Before any of the news really broke in terms of commitments and some of these surprise visitors like Littleton and Derek Meadows, and another one, which I'll wait till that becomes public. So we'll see on that. And then, but yeah, things are cooking. The boys are cooking. Michigan's doing the damn thing. Shout out to Michigan. But look at this. Offensive line, there is word that they would like to add another offensive lineman. This is a very strong class for the 25 class. You got Eli Owens at the H-back. He's going to be more of a hybrid, Ben Bredesen type. You got your Jasper Parker, Donovan Johnson. It's a very solid running back duo for this class. Andrew Marge, dog. Jacob Washington is our speed threat that will take it off the top. We'll see where Derek Meadows, where that goes. He only comes if a certain someone comes. And if you follow us, you know the deal. If you don't follow us, subscribe to the channel and you will know the deal. I can promise you that. We got arguably one of the best cornerback duos in the nation, Shamari Earls, Jaden Sanders, Julius Holly, a very high upside defensive edge who will be playing sand. Jalen Williams, who's going to play that 3-4 technique. Benny Patterson also in that Chris Jenkins role. Bobby Kanka is the 3 technique. And then we did lose a certain individual to Auburn. Hey, we all make terrible decisions. Unfortunately, for him, he chose Auburn. Chase Taylor will be playing the will. They are looking to add 2 linebackers to have your attention to is obviously Owasu Boateng, they are surprise visit this weekend. Looking to close with Owasu Boateng. He could be our Mike. We also, Bradley Gompers, who I'm extremely high on, a player we need to pay attention more. Kainoa Winston, Ivan Taylor, and 2 other defensive backs we need to be paying attention to is Elijah Dotson, also a Belleville player, also a friend of you-know-who, and Alex Graham, who Michigan's very serious about, who will be visiting this weekend. Actually, Elijah Dotson and, see, here's the beauty of it, Owasu Boateng's visiting, Elijah Dotson's visiting, Alex Graham's visiting. That one really important individual who plays a very important position may be visiting this weekend. It's looking highly probable, but I won't ruin it, even though I'm talking about it a lot. Anyways, does not matter. Point being is, boys are putting in work. This class is looking very strong as it comes right now. I cannot stress enough how good it's going, how good things are trending for Michigan right now. I'm trying to get my computer going. How good things are trending for Michigan right now. Not only, obviously, this excellent recruitment of Shamari Earls. Thank you, Shamari Earls. Appreciate you for flipping from Georgia. Take that, Kirby Smart. Benny Patterson flipping from Cincinnati. Take that, Ohio. The class is really starting to cook, and we're not done yet. It's not done. It's actually really just getting started. So stay tuned to Michigan at the Voice of Football. We are doing the post-game show today. Regardless of the outcome, we're going to bring some heat, some intel. I'm sure things will leak as the day goes on. We'll have you guys covered. Come check us out. Subscribe to the channel. We are 140 away from passing Ohio at the voice of college football. So if you could please subscribe to the channel, we greatly appreciate it. And obviously, we are here for the Tuesday show, the Thursday show. Those are at 8 o'clock. Thursday's the call-in show. Get at your boy. Let's do the damn thing. F Ohio. And as you guys know, it is always go blue.